as he cruises with like swiftness, speed, and really like military precision through cars, not through cars, but between cars, through back streets, and basically cutting and never really slowing down. It just keeps a constant, 40 to 60 miles per hour, just blasting through the streets doing this. Mm-hmm. Never above the speed limit, but always so fast that the others simply can't keep up.
All while sitting in the driver's seat, completely unconscious.
They're gonna love this story.
All right. I suppose then we cut to a scene of you guys of the car sort of pulling up by the old building, wherein your recently acquired hideout would be, if that is where you intend to drive to.
Yes, I think I want to get back.
All right.
I really hope this was a test to see if we were good enough, and not a scheme to kill us.
I was going to say, for some reason I think that it's a scheme to kill us.
It's always that, isn't it?
You see the doors there. You have the key. The door's locked. Who carries the key?
Not me. I have robot fingers.
I know.
Thymara
hasn't
gave you only
keys in a
one,
while.
probably expecting you to keep good care of it.
Oh shit! I dropped it in the building.
Damn it!
Must have fallen on that guy I knocked out.
Yeah.
That's
Good
why
thing
we
it has
don't
a
give
number
it
on it, so we
so you can call us. And
So we all get to the door and we all turn to
Suppose Ashley does it.
turn to look at Ashley. Yeah.
Ashley goes to open the door.
Sure. It does the creaking sound that it
Sure.
does.
Don't you worry a feeling that this is definitely not some normal situation. Pulls out both her katanas, just in case.
It does
Uh-huh.
the loud creaking sound.
yeah,
That probably could have been fixed, but whoever lived here before might have liked that the
Ziegler-
door makes a big noise.
It's a good
Ziegler
good
looks
idea.
over to chew.
It's completely dark in the hallway down there.
He looks over to Shoe Warrior, like frowns at her as he, got out of the car. He's unplugging himself and all that, then lighting a cigarette immediately. And then he looks at her, looking at her weapons out. He's like, "Is something wrong?"
I'm just thinking if it was a setup, and they heard that we didn't fail, they would be waiting for us in there right now.
Ziegler looks at the building, nods. Yes, we don't know the place enough. He pulls out his gun.
Seeing you do this, Ashley kind of looks over, frowns slightly, though nods, reaches to her belt where she has her Ari's Predator pistol.
Unless you set up some sort of burglar alarms, Ashley.
Well, I suppose that's a possible scene. It could have been a thing. But yes, I mean, we were trying to get this place to be ours. We were trying to set up, trying to get everything safe. I don't want anyone stealing my stuff.
No. Mine neither.
My frog statue!
So Ashley, with all that time she spent checking through the wiring, checking through various things, she found some parts lying about, and may have rigged up a rudimentary security system, at least to say if someone's gone in while we've left.
Did you say
It's a cannon string.
rigged?
Hello.
How would she have done that? What kind of security system?
Well, I imagine, based on Ashley's, Ashley's expertise. So, as said, you said there was a whole bunch of seemingly random electrical equipment in the tech room. Perhaps she could find like small cameras in there and various things like that, which she kind of wired together, and then kind of linked up to one of the computers in there to keep an eye out and send her a message if anyone goes in.
So she engineered such a thing.
If it's engineering, Ziegler would definitely have done it.
I was more thinking you say it was electronics I was thinking about, but
Joint operation, perhaps?
It could perhaps be a joint operation. Ziegler doesn't want his drone part stolen, does he?
No. And setting up, if engineers are required, he's your
Right.
man.
It is a somewhat advanced thing to have done. That will take 2 karma,
From each of us, or just from me?
just from you. And then you wanted to do a teamwork to have done it.
Mhm.
2 of you.
I think so.
That's what I'm
Absolutely.
hearing.
Yes.
All right. Then who's leading it? Who's the project lead, so to speak?
We both have quite the interest in this, so
Mhm.
I would say, do you want to be you be
Sure.
leader?
Ziegler could take the lead.
All right. Then roll your appropriate things,
He
and we'll
was,
see.
he was assembling it. I was just trying to program it to make sure it worked.
Do I get any bonuses for like tools or anything like that, or like how? Is it just assume that I have all the equipment I need always? And
You have the equipment you need for this, certainly, in your home base. If you look at your crew sheet, all the way down below your connections, you will see that there are upgrades. This stronghold comes with some additional upgrades than what you would usually have at the beginning, meaning that it is hidden, it has living quarters, it has a rudimentary workshop, and quality electronics. This would be something where quality electronics could be used, which means that you would have increased effect on doing things with electronics in your hideout.
If we succeed,
Okay.
it'd be even better.
if you succeed, we succeed better. Okay, I'll take it.
Yes, you're project lead. So why do you not show us? How
Nope.
Well, perhaps I made up for it.
Maybe. Nope.
No.
Terrible.
Yeah, you have received no messages
Okay.
from your
Okay.
camera thing.
Well,
Well, in that case,
Yeah. Are you sure you did? Are you sure that went well?
Ziegler shrugs as best as we could with the short time we had.
where's the front door?
It's like up here somewhere, and then there's like stairs down.
I said the Shadowrun is never incompetent, so maybe they cut the power.
So it's
you know.
here? Or here?
Hmm?
Here or here?
It's here. Okay, yeah.
I don't know if I have a listen skill. If
It's
there was be a
survey,
li-
I think.
Survey.
I do
Survey
not
would
have
be to get a view of the situation would be
Oops.
survey. Yeah.
I do not have a survey. It is survey.
You can
Yes,
still
I
do
could.
it.
I could send in a drone to take a look around.
That would be neat. Then I'll be ready to cut down anyone who will go for your drone.
All right. Ziegler will take another deep breath and look at his cigarette and just throw it away, sad. And then he'll be like, "Well, don't let me hit my head, all right?" As he will go into primary mode on plank.
All right.
Actually, let's do Warburg. Let's do Warburg.
He just lays down on the red asphalt.
Yeah, or leans against Ashley or Thymara.
You could always just put your cigarette behind your ear.
Not when it's burning. And the
He goes
Warburg
unconscious.
will hop in and
Sure.
walk up the stairs and peek. Basically, he will
down the stairs.
down. Oh yeah, down the stairs.
It's on
And
the ground.
basically do a sweep in here with his sensors.
You, I suppose,
Yep.
being in your robot body, step through the door and you take a look. And why don't you give me a survey then? Or do you surveying?
How?
Yeah. The place looks somewhat like when you had left it. You don't notice, and this is not a risky or anything, by the way. This is just a how good is the information I'm going to give you roll, which is not a lot of information, just basic. Things look like they did when you came here, though you're still unfamiliar with the place. You're fairly sure that things are as you left them.
Okay.
Nothing seems like particularly stirred up. There's still the things that you left here. Some maybe you didn't care to pick up the clothes pile over here. No one has touched it. Like no one's flipped over the tables. There's no.
Well, you will
Like,
hear
that camera you prepared has fallen off the wall and has landed down there. Maybe the parts were a little cheaper than you thought they were, and so it actually did. They weren't. They weren't.
Damn, look at that. Well, you will hear the whirring sound then of Warburg coming up the stairs. And he will nod at you, Warburg, be like beep boop. Then he will sort of.
Joe will nod and slowly just walk in.
Sure, you walk in. It's dark in here. Like the light is not turned on.
Well, she'll turn on the light.
Sure. Turns on. There's two contacts. One to turn on the lights, and one to turn on the lights. This is an old club, and someone certainly has still left all the like shiny, crazy blaring lights of the disco ball above the dining table.
And Thymara will draw her pistol as well.
Sure. The place is lit.
Head on.
There's no sound in there. Sure, enter.
All right. Well, Ziegler will get up, mutter to himself, and go inside as well.
What does those three circles above my tongue when I click it mean?
Nothing.
Nothing. You can put numbers in there if you wanted to store stuff, but we don't need to store any information in there. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So you walk through the little stair and the double doors leading to the club, coat hangers in there, and into the main sort of old club room, which is now turned into the dining area. The old dance floor is slightly raised above, like there's a few steps up there, where a table elegantly stands with a couple of chairs. You probably cleaned up the old food that was on there, presumably. If not, there's still like cup noodles emptied, like one over there. Someone's
That was actually Ashley's dinner last night. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't clean up. All right. Well, then there's a couple like cup noodles just laying up there, soy noodles, artificial flavored.
You know,
There's a slight way up to
the street. It's not a whole lot. You know, it's kind of what she's used to.
I would
here,
imagine it's the same.
There's the
Thymara.
windows, the tinted windows, basically from the DJ booth with music. There's a little door that you can get up through stairs. Over here, there's the bar. Now there's a stove and such in there behind it. Things look like they have for the last couple of days while you've been here.
Well, that's relieving.
Well, Ziegler will walk in, look around, and then he will holster his pistol. Be like, Warburg, get into your charging dock plank, get me some tea.
We haven't
Warburg
looked at the
will-
whole place.
We'll clonk away. Ziegler will shoot Thymara a look and say, no. It'll walk up to the table and sit down heavily on one of the chairs.
Just a little bit. The chairs seemingly taken from different places, maybe like cheaply bought somewhere. The good leaning chairs are in the lounge room in there. There's like they seem very old and there probably lifts a lot of stuff in them, but they're soft, you know.
What was the
ones are just
kitchen?
sort of, this is the kitchen. The old bar has been what used to be a bar basically is now a kitchen area.
Then,
There's been put a stove in there.
It's still a
see,
bar.
yeah.
Thymara
You
makes
see
it.
Just for
plank.
warming water and the like.
You see Plank leap up on the bar, and with feline grace, go behind it. You see his tail pop up as it sort of starts to prepare tea.
Ashley will pick up the camera that has fell to the floor and the broken parts and just unplug it somewhat, sigh, and up towards the tech room to kind of deal with it later.
She's
Ziegler
already
looks up.
claimed that place.
He shouts after, if you need any help, tell me, all right?
Hopefully this time it will stay on the wall.
He looks at the wall. Maybe we should actually have fastened it with something else than duct tape.
It's all we had.
He sighs.
Whoever lived here before loved duct tape.
Mhm.
Look at the servers held together with it.
Instead of screws for the brackets, it's just duct tape.
You hear the clinking sound of tea being made.
Is it real tea?
Maybe
It could be
maybe
real
that's-
alcohol.
Maybe
it's
that's
real tea.
maybe that is something that Ziegler has a little bit of, and he's actually quite.
Does he know someone who can?
Yeah, maybe he knows a customs officer that sometimes some things fall off of a bale, and
All right. All right, so it's a bit of a disappeared goods tea. All right, sure.
The serial code, of course, has been damaged in transport.
Yes, yes. Who knows? It's a terrible rainstorm, and it was all
Give some changing flavors.
exactly.
Oh, real tea.
And then after a while, Plank will come walking. You know, he has on his back the tea tray, and then as he sort of walks up here, he will, you know, his tail will reach out, having clever manipulators at the end, putting a teacup in front of everyone and pouring the tea. It's a little bit shaky, you know.
Oh,
Kind of goes by, lightly pats the drone.
It's a delicious bergamot smelling.
oh, with him doing that, that's very formal. Jubal, give him a modest nod. The 10 seconds nod.
Yep. You hear beep boop. As the cat nods back. Pouring tea for everyone. And then he'll, you know, when that is done, he'll sort of go back to the kitchen. You will hear like a cleaning up sound.
Okay, and with that, she will put her katanas back.
Blow smoke over the table. So lingering in the neon lights from the, you know, the lights. And he will look at the others and say, the question is then, where we set up? That box exploded. I am fairly sure of it.
So,
It,
I know drugs are supposed to be a blast for people, but
it would really seem
Never
like
that
it.
bad.
Our boss seemed very different than he usually is.
Ziegler nods. He did, yes. How he looked at the clock. How many minutes was it after we had delivered it that it exploded?
Like half a minute.
Nods.
I'd say we were out in the hallway just outside. So.
Yeah,
Literally just closed the door after. Yeah.
that is a small window. Either the timer was set, or someone was observing us and detonated it once we were out. The timer is difficult to time to be so specific. Most likely in that case, they tried to kill us. Takes another inhale of a cigarette.
Fail to deliver it on time, we explode. Great business.
But the time was slightly off.
Unless they weren't actually intending to explode us. Well,
Yes.
Well, let's find out who was tailing us. That's probably going to answer a lot of questions.
that could help. You have the number written down, don't you?
Nods. Yes. He tosses like a note over the table.
Okay, goes over, looks at it. Perhaps I can look something up about it. One of the groups might know it. Picks up the tea, starts walking up towards the hacker cave. We'll go ahead and start looking it up. Probably logging deep into the matrix.
Sure. Does she have a favorite community that she goes for that, or is it just general image board or sort of message boards, or?
Well, for kind of looking for this.
There's like, of course, like a general Berlin, Shadowlands, we'll still call it.
I imagine for this, I'm not, at least me as a player, I can't think of what Ashley currently would try and consider would be a specific thing for this. Just kind of post it out the thing. Does anyone recognize this vehicle?
The question is, does she have any friends or any people she knows? Because otherwise she can, of course, as general thing would be going to the Shadowlands board, which it's not what it's called probably, but we'll call it that for the use of it. It's a cool name.
Perhaps.
And then make a post and saying, have anyone noticed this? It's a place where runners would be, deckers specifically.
Perhaps then either Ashley could try and get in contact with some of her old gang friends, which aren't entirely against her, or perhaps even or perhaps even getting in contact with her girlfriend Angel, see if she recognizes it.
Uh-huh.
If she knows anything about it, the police contacts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You would want to use her contacts to do it? Do a plate check, a license check?
I think so.
All right. Sure. You will. How do you come in contact with her? You call her?
I imagine. I imagine.
Send
Yes.
an email?
I imagine. You know, the two of them are pretty close. I imagine it's probably a call between the two.
All right. Yeah, the call will go a bit. It is pretty late.
Mhm.
And you'll hear like a groggy voice from someone who's probably asleep after a hot day's work or earlier day, saying, "You have to stop calling me at these hours, dear."
I'm sorry. We've had a rough night here.
Oh yeah. Well,
I can't imagine it's much better for you though.
I know what you do. I'm just glad that you're safe. You are safe, right?
I think so, but things went bad. We haven't had anything like this happen before, and we're thinking someone might have tried setting us up.
Are the others okay?
We're fine, though it was close.
Where are you?
We're back at our safe house right now.
All right.
Could you do a check for me? We have a license plate for a vehicle that's tailing us. We don't know who it belongs to.
License plate? I might be able to run through tomorrow, if you can wait that long.
Yeah, it'll have to do. You need to get your rest.
Yeah. You'll have to show up sometime. You haven't seen you in a couple of days. Almost a week now.
I'll make sure to come see you, baby.
All right. Well, sleep well.
Same to you. I'll send you the plate on an email.
Yeah, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Night.
Night. Goes up. He goes back to sleep. Probably.
And now, just though I also imagine, just in case that doesn't show up anything, thinking ahead, also putting like a message out on the wide networks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because it may not show up in like any criminal database. Maybe they haven't got a speeding ticket before or something.
Yeah. All right. I suppose then we'll go to the next day, unless someone else has something they really want to get to.
Drinking tea and talk?
Sure, you can talk. It's fine.
Are you all right, Vice? You've been very quiet.
She nods and says, "Yeah, I drank a little too much yesterday. I think I'm gonna make up for it by drinking probably the same amount tonight." On that note, does anyone want any cocktails?
Pulls out the kit.
Pulls out the kit.
The place itself here was very well stocked in Russian, very tough drinks. Definitely someone who used to be here drank a lot of that.
Well,
they've been extra strong.
She was not much of a drinker, but she will smile at the license. And, sure. What would you suggest that I should taste?
How about a long haul? I think you'd like that.
Sure.
Back in the war, we were recommended a Tsar. He smiles slightly to himself. It was 2/3 vodka and 1/3 vodka.
She nods and says, "I think we can probably cover that."
He smiles slightly, gives her a wink.
The only thing we drank with the Red Samurais was really just hot sake.
I never had sake. Was it real sake?
Definitely, yeah.
Fancy.
I've tried sake. It's quite nice.
They're like that.
She'll go off and make some cocktails. Come back.
You're gonna flip the flask and make them swing around and all that fancy stuff.
She's not quite that fancy, but she makes a
Okay.
damn good cocktail.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she can be super fancy if she wants to.
If she wants to, she definitely can. But she might still be a bit hungover, so she's still a bit like red-eyed.
And also she's not like trying to
Not
sex us
impressing
up,
anyone,
You know,
yeah.
exactly. She's just
It's just
that's
like
the
I'm
move she
making
pull
some
out when
drinks.
she's on the hunt.
Yeah.
The narrow bunks that are in the room in here, the bunk room, certainly do not make for a very entertaining sleeping area.
I'm sure that is to the
They still
detriment.
smell of other people
Oh.
as well.
Oh,
That's terrible.
I can
we
read
wash
a
it?
description of the bunk room here.
Like-
4 bunk beds. All the lower beds seem to have been slept in. They smell like they haven't been cleaned in years. A few dried droplets of blood is on one of them. It's blacked with age. One bunk has a mattress that's clearly been crushed by a huge weight. The upper bunks, though, have no sheets and no bedding. No one seems to have been using them.
Thymara's probably remedied that and has probably been the only one to keep at least her bed clean.
All right. You have
She's
to
the
have
one-
gonna get a new mattress somewhere.
she's the one who walked into this place and was like,
Where are all the
Oh.
maids gone? What?
this place needs a little something extra, something
Certainly
else.
smelled very lived in.
So, terrible service. Really needs some new stuff.
Oh, can you stop your complaining?
I could imagine that.
Is shouted from the back room. I
But
can
it's
hear you,
disgusting. There's
Yes,
socks
she
everywhere.
does in there have the microphone, so she could speak in the loudspeakers.
Yes, it's true.
Oh god.
I am the voice of God.
I can imagine we just sit and relax and suddenly just over the rails like, stop complaining. We all get well because we're like completely used to the
Or like, or she hits the wrong button and just trance music starts blaring out.
oh,
over
we heard you say
everything.
baby. It's like,
Yeah.
She once had a very
Turn on the
Music
rave.
blares
Turn on
and-
the rave lights. Turn on the music.
She once had a very private conversation in her booth and accidentally pressed the transmit button.
Yep.
Everyone blushed.
Why? Oh, she said what to do what?
I mean, you've only been here for like 3 days, so
It's not. We
Yeah.
haven't had long enough for these embarrassing stories. We
I'm too old to listen to this.
would,
Is
you're
that-
making them up anyway.
I have a feeling since Chiwarrior is a samurai, she would have a small pack with the usual a cup, a small soup dish, and maybe a futon. Would that make sense?
From her old flop house place,
Uh-huh.
where you used to hang out. Sure, you can have
Well, I have a place to sleep then.
like a bamboo mattress thing,
Oh, one of those.
You don't sleep. Well,
like super hard to sleep on, but
but at least she has extremely fancy cup and an extremely fancy little soup bowl.
Oh, do you have like
holds discipline.
though like brushes as well, those tea brushes things?
Yeah, and there's a red dragon on them and
Oh man.
a really fancy gold line.
Family heirlooms.
Yeah.
Probably has the Renraku symbol on some of them.
Oh, God.
Do you know if you never slept on anything else but a futon then do that?
So the plan is to hang out and drink until morning, or get sleep, or
No,
or is there any more things you want to discuss before you get the answers from the play checks?
what are we gonna do tomorrow?
How does we need to contact our fixer and ask what the hell was that about?
I sure want to contact him before we know who was tailing us.
Actually, Ziegler shouts out up there.
Oh, I promise.
Ashley, has the money come in?
Let me have a look. You hear called out through the door. Not using the mic. Not gonna blare it at the entire building.
There appears to be no new messages on your computer.
Got nothing.
Frack.
He mumbles himself. It's a dreck of a fixer.
So,
Ashley comes out, still holding the teacup and taking a drink.
the money would have been there right away, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have been like, oh, I'll come in there tomorrow.
They usually have to confirm.
Okay, so it's not suspicious.
Plank,
It's not there yet.
Somewhere. Are you done with tea? He holds up the tea can slightly, towards her.
I had a second.
Of course.
Kind of lowers the teacup down.
Yep. More
Yeah.
tea comes out.
Do you want a cocktail, Ashley?
Pepsin. I would love one actually.
Okay.
The tail snakes out, picks up the teacup from.
If there's one thing you've shown there are a few things you've shown you're good at, but one of them certainly is your drinks.
What would you like?
Surprise me.
Syringes it is.
Kind of tears over at you. Curious.
Once you've had one, you can never stop.
She comes back with a nice cocktail. You're not sure what it is, but it's pink, so you know.
Do you have one of your own?
No, she has something else, which is like a bluish color, kind of like her hair color.
Well, it's not exploding, I suppose.
No, it shouldn't explode. At least it shouldn't.
Neither should have our package. She drops drinking the drink.
What do we know of the individual we're supposed to deliver it to? Is he controversial or anything? Was this an attempt to hit him and we just got caught in the blast?
Who were they, I suppose?
Yeah, you were informed that he was a keynote speaker at this small conference. It was held in this place because apparently what they were talking about was, he had switched corporation a few times and was not a very popular man. However, not really seemingly important enough to have great security either.
Apparently important to blow up.
His work was primarily robotics.
Was he known in the field to Ziegler?
Not particularly, no. It maybe even seems weird to Ziegler that he would have been a keynote speaker because he's very unknown. But maybe it was his breakthrough. Who knows?
He will say that. Odd, nobody really. Odd, yes. Very. Smoke just hangs around him as he continuously just smokes cigarette after cigarette. Thinking.
You know, Thymara joins you in smoking as well.
And she's going to get up.
Does she have like one of those thin,
It's like it's not like a normal cigarette. It's just long. But it's like she tends to only smoke one decently long-sized one every now and again during the day.
You know what?
Ziegler...
Chihuahua will have a Japanese pipe.
One of those long ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's really fancy. Also red dragons and all kind of cool stuff on it.
Ziegler...
You have seen her pull out one of those long tubes, like Cruella de Vil style.
Yeah.
Does she smoke with panache and
It's very eloquent. Yeah, it's not like perhaps how Ziegler smokes.
No, Ziegler basically just shoves it in there and lets the thing sort of hang there as he works and does other things. And when he takes inhales on it, you really see it go. Like he sucks that down.
No, even when she's drunk, it doesn't quite go down to that sort of level. Always some elegance in it. Or at least imposed elegance.
Standing outside, There would be Ashley wouldn't really see much of anything. There's like a few cars that go by. The rain's still drizzling. It's the middle of the night. A neon sign nearby advertises the As Technology logo. No, As Technology for a better tomorrow. For a local little restaurant bagel store, breakfast bagels.
Is that where we go to get our breakfast from this one?
Maybe.
Thymara
sometimes.
always rolls her eyes as she sees that sign.
In which case, Ashley then will just go ahead, close the door, lock it for the night, and just in case, we'll put some things in front of the door, not enough to block the door being opened, but in such a way that if someone was to open the door, it's going to create such a loud sound.
I think that was the idea of the door being creaky as well.
Yes, but also add more stuff in front of it, so stuff will like fall over and make a crashing sound if someone tries opening the door.
As it goes down the stairs.
When I get my autonomous mode for my drones, I'll just put a Warburg in there with guns trained on the door.
Well, Ashley's a little bit paranoid right now, so she's just making...
And then you hear some scraping and some noises, some like old canisters of something. Probably like old gas canisters.
Yep.
Standing here for whatever reason, rusted.
She just wants to make sure that that she'll know if someone comes in tonight.
Yeah, sure.
It shouldn't. Like this place isn't easy to find. Easy.
Ziegler
Center
will...
room. The light is getting foggy as the smoke is pouring up around the electric sort of the neon lights on the top, making all the lights sort of kind of dim. And it's blue and purple.
I just thought maybe when Thymara gets really drunk, she does some karaoke using the speakers.
Yes.
But it's
I
her
bet
own
she's good at
songs.
it.
She's
Yeah.
probably really good at it, yeah.
Yeah, she does only her own songs.
Walks by. We'll put down the glasses on the table. Going past Ziegler. I'm going to retire tonight.
He nods. Depending on what happens tomorrow, we should perhaps all take a bit of rest.
Thymara looks at the bottle of vodka that maybe you think she was planning on finishing for the night.
Ziegler will give her an eye. And then shrug. She's a grown woman. She can do what she pleases.
She kind of pouts a little bit and says, fine.
That's the kind of pipe she has.
Yes. One of those opium pipes.
Yeah.
All right. People go to bed. This is where we would see how well the search goes for our dear Decker. So let's see a d6 for you to see what kind of information you dig out. You will have 2 dice actually, because you did use a contact. When you use a contact for something that your friend, for something that is adequate for them, they will give you an extra die because they help you and they like you. And
Okay.
it's good to have friends. Right, fairly good information. Turns out that it's an extra die, which means that it is actually the email you get from your girlfriend. It seems that she actually maybe didn't even go to sleep. Maybe she couldn't sleep or something. At least you'll get a mail that says that she hopes that you're all right and that she couldn't really sleep thinking about what might have happened. So instead, she just got the damn work done by driving down to the station and doing it right away, even with a few odd stares. It's nothing weirder than she has done otherwise. It appears that the car is indeed owned. It's a corporate car, a company car. It is signed in with Evo Corporation.
Evo. Who's Evo?
Evo is a corporation that primarily does bio and mechanical tech. They do a lot in cyberware, for example.
Okay.
They are a very technologically forward corporation. They have a reputation for being very equal opportunity with regards to both gender and metatype.
Okay, that's interesting.
Generally, they're liked among runners.
Okay.
She informed me that she doesn't. There's no name by the car. It simply is a plate that is belong. That is, if found stolen, it's returned to Evo.
Okay.
At one of their places.
Actually, as soon as she sees the message, we'll kind of reply in. I'm almost imagine a slightly gushed email, or kind of saying that she should have gotten her rest first, and could have waited till the morning, but thanking her nonetheless. Being a little bit pushy maybe with it.
Yeah. Well, you probably feel the same way when some runners have done something and she needs to go out and be there to be the Lone Star person.
Yeah, I suppose the same
goes, the other side of the.
Yeah, I suppose the same goes both ways.
Yeah. The worries.
But I suppose then, like whatever late hour this is, Ashley will kind of stir in her bed slightly, looking at the message.
It's probably like 6 in the morning or something.
Okay, so it's early on in the morning. She'll kind of look about, kind of see, would Dr. Ziegler be not in the room?
Dr. Ziegler will be in the shower. He's an early bird. The old army training still in him, so to speak.
He wants to get it before all the water is gone.
Yeah, because these ladies, especially Thymara, she's in there forever. Good Lord.
She looks over the edge, kind of had a look. Are either the other two awake?
Oh God,
you
no.
see two warriors sleeping extremely... What?
Oh God, no.
Oh, well, two warriors sleeping very straight on her futon, and her sword put neatly beside her bed. You two would have told you very clearly that no one are to touch them.
Okay. In which case, seeing that none of the other two are awake, Ashley will quietly kind of climb down from her bunk and go through, getting her change of clothes herself. We have 2 showers here, it looks like, doesn't it?
One is a bathroom.
Okay,
these are probably both bathrooms ones, but someone has rigged up a shower coming into public water. Like someone's losing their hot water when you take a shower, but they probably don't know or don't care who's doing it or why's doing it. Basically, someone removed the toilet booths and put like a shower head on the top.
Sure.
The shower's a bit big and such, but there's like drains and it works.
Ashley will go in then and go into the bathroom then and just, kind of freshen herself up a little bit, waiting for the shower to be ready. And then we'll go to the kitchen and we'll sort out breakfast.
Like you will see after a little bit, door open, Plank comes out with a pile of towels, and walk away towards the pile, like the washing pile or whatever we have.
Does he have a bow tie?
There's no washing thing in here, so you probably use a nearby laundromat.
Oh, okay, sure, but it's probably a bin we put dirty things in.
Does he have a bow tie?
No.
Damn.
He needs a bow tie.
What did you do with all the leftover clothes from the people who were here before? Some dirty, some clean, just lots
some
of
extra clothes are good to have. You never know when you need the disguise, right?
Some dwarf sized, some troll sized.
Uh-huh.
We might find at least one day.
There's like a pile over here then.
Yeah. Mystery pile.
As you see Ashley preparing breakfast over here.
Yeah, Ziegler will nod as he comes out. Any news?
Yeah, I got a response. What I forgot myself. What corporation was it? It was the
Evo.
The Evo.
Evo Corp. Public
Browns.
One of their main, one of their just standard driving cars.
Odd. I wonder if they are with the Browns again. Why? Why would they? Unless, of course, there was some coincidence.
That I don't know.
Shakes his head. Yeah.
What you're looking for? I'm cooking.
He looks over. Something the usual, please.
Got it.
About
I want to finish up quick though before tomorrow.
Delicious. Oh yes.
an hour later into your breakfast at 7. There's a message that appears on the computer up there that you have been transferred 2 cred for your work. The comment for it is apparently that it is accepted but unsatisfactory.
Unsatisfactory, we caused an explosion.
No, unsatisfactory. We did not die.
Question back. What do you mean unsatisfactory? That was.
It was fucking beautiful. What you talking about?
Yeah, we did everything perfectly, man. What do you mean unsatisfactory?
We didn't even kill anyone minus explosion.
We only punched a guy really hard in the face.
We didn't kill anyone.
So basically, I will. One of you can add 2 cred to your coin. If you look at your sheet for your group, at the very bottom you see you have vaults and you have coin. Right now, this place doesn't really have any vaults. But in your little coin gathering, basically the stuff that you can have laying around, there's room for 2 cred. There's room for 4 cred in total, actually. Beyond that, you'll begin carrying it around yourselves or get a vault.
Mm-hmm. But now we have a little bit of money.
Yeah, it's a decent amount.
Well, actually, yeah, it's a lot of money, I suppose. Vacate the shower.
If I wanted to say, I mean, one of the problems we ran into on this previous run, except that everything exploded, of course.
That was a major inconvenience, wasn't it? Takes the hand on your shoulder. A little bit.
Could, for example, what would it entail to get some silencers for our weapons?
That would be a long-term project, which is basically a good time to get into that. Because normally after a run, there would be something called entanglements, basically what contacts have changed their opinion based on this, and the heat. How much is the police and such looking for you? However, as this is our first one, that won't be something we'll go into now. Instead, we'll go directly to the next step, which is downtime. This means that now there will be some time, some indeterminate necessarily amount of time, where your characters get to do things that is not directly running. Acquiring stuff, indulging in their vices, recovering from wounds, doing their long-term projects, reducing heat. All those sorts of things are downtime activities. Everyone gets 2 downtime activities unless you are at war with one of your contacts, meaning that you constantly have to watch out for commandos jumping in your door and such. But you currently are not, because you're not really important enough that many people have paid attention to you so far.